Well, hello. Most likely you're watching this because you're either going to make a video or you're making videos or you have plans to make a video and want to make them, like, effective. I think YouTubers, small business owners, startups, people who want a video to make an impact on those who watch it. I'm not making this video for the benefit of myself. I want people to like it. I want people to get something out of it. Actually, this video is a very poor example of what I'm going to be talking about. But there are three components that I always try to infuse into every video. It's extremely difficult to get all three of these components into one video. If you can get one of these three components, great. If you can get two, it's exceptional. If you can get all three, then giddy up. I'm not a cowboy. Okay, now these are three things that I learned from a guy who was a very effective communicator and very successful in his endeavors. Whenever he was speaking to somebody, he would always say that he'd try to communicate three emotions, three things. And he summed those up into these three words: head, heart, and humor. The head being the thinking, the thought, the learning, the education, the communication you're trying to get through in your video. The heart being some sort of emotional connection that touches somebody. Humor is funny. Was that funny when I was like, oh, I can't be funny? I think that was pretty funny. Each of those are very difficult to get across in your video. The head is the easiest. That's what all videos inevitably do. The worst kind of videos are just, well, this kind, a talking head. It's us sitting in a room. It's just that we're not sitting in a room, so I put a camera in front of my face instead of you. It's the easiest, it's the most brainless, and in some ways, the least effective. Now, it depends on what kind of video you're doing. I mean, I'm doing these educational, kind of learning, whatever. What am I saying? Actually, more importantly than what kind of video you're doing, it's important what you want your video to do. What is the end result of the video? I mean, this video is just like educational, put it on our website, put it on YouTube. It's just to get information out to people in the clearest, cleanest, most time-effective, for me, way possible. And that's sitting in a chair talking to you. For some people, that's perfectly fine if that's all you want your video to do. But if you want your video to stand out, to go somewhere, to be seen by a lot of people, to be shared, to be engaging, to get some sort of emotional reaction, because emotional reactions in people tend to stick with people more. If you can get somebody to feel something more than just hear something in your video, the video is probably going to stick with them. They're going to be more likely to share it. They're going to be more likely to be impacted by whatever message your video contains. So combining emotion into like the words, into the head part, can be really effective, but also is really, really difficult. If you've ever tried to be funny or make a funny video, you'll realize very quickly how difficult it is. What was that movie with Will Ferrell and what's his name? It was like Watson something. I didn't see it because it got terrible reviews from critics and people who like him. They said it was awful. Being funny is very, very difficult in video form. But the reason so many videos that are really effective are funny is because laughter, humor, is the least protected emotion of people. I've learned in my psychological studies, which are 0. People tend to be more willing to laugh or smile at something than they are to cry or feel real deep emotions. So if part of the goal with your video is to get an emotional reaction so that it sticks with people, humor is the one that's probably going to impact the most amount of people. It's very difficult. A third one, the heart. Getting to somebody actually to feel something beyond just humor, but to actually engage with them emotionally on a deeper level, that's really difficult too. You would think you could just play some sad music, like some Sarah McLachlan, and show some sad puppies. I mean, that could do it for some people, but for a lot of people, it's just like over the top. It doesn't impact them at all. It's just annoying, or it's funny, or it's like stupid. People tend to go after the heart in the wrong ways by just showing like sad images with sad music. And aren't you sad now? No. To really get somebody to be impacted emotionally on a deeper level in some ways, to get somebody to cry, it takes some real art, some real thinking, some real storytelling. The point is, it's very difficult to get somebody to feel something when they engage with your video. Engage, what a stupid thing to say. When they just watch your video. It's one thing to get them to watch your video and they learn something because I'm just talking to you, but to get you to feel something, to get you to laugh, to get you to cry. I mean, I could tell you my life story and you would cry. I was going to make a wife joke about how difficult my wife has it living with me, but that is truly sad. Anyways, if you want your videos to be really impactful and engaging and stick with people and stand out and be shared, you want people to feel something. You want emotion. Humor's the easiest. Humor's the least protected, but very difficult. And heart to tricky one. So that's why I said it's if you can get one of those things, if you can communicate some kind of truth, some sort of, learning, some sort of whatever, like I am now, I mean, you're doing okay. If you get somebody to laugh while you do it, to think it's funny, you're doing really well because you got 2 of those 3 things. If you can get somebody to laugh, then feel something emotionally while you're communicating something, I mean, you've hit the trifecta of impact.
You would cry.
It's very difficult to do it in an authentic, real way that really emotionally sticks with people. The best thing to do, though, is to really look at what you want your video to do. And sometimes it's better to put all your eggs into one basket and say, we're just going after funny. And do funny really, really well. Because if you try to do all 3, and each of those is very difficult on their own, you might end up with just a terrible Sarah McLachlan kind of sad puppy video.
You would cry.
That people just make fun of now. If this all seems too difficult, it is. You want some help with it? You can hire us. We'll do it for you. We're really good at it. Just watch this. Oh! Did that impact you? Sorry to make you cry. This is what we do. Goodbye.